Hi guys, today we're in Waco, Texas at the Magnolia Silos complex to test out some of the best offerings at the Magnolia Press Coffee Shop. Waco is just a few hours from my house in Houston, Texas, so of course I've been here a few different times, but this is the first time that I'm really going to give the Magnolia Press a try. Generally, I start out in this big shopping area on the other side of the shopping complex, and by the time I make it to the Magnolia Press, I'm tired, I've already eaten at food trucks, I've tried the cupcakes, I've done a lot of shopping, and I'm ready to go home. But last night we stayed at the beautiful Pivovar Hotel, 1 block away from the Magnolia Press Coffee Shop, so I got here bright and early at 7 a.m. to be one of the first people in the shop to try things out. If you've ever been to the Magnolia Silos area, you will know that the shops can get really busy, even in the off-season. It's January right now, so there generally isn't as many people here as there are in the summer, but it can still get really busy here during the afternoon. But right now, I'm one of the few people in the Magnolia Press because the shops don't open until 9, so there's not much reason for people to be here other than the coffee shop. I ordered 4 lattes and some treats that I'll show you in a little bit, but while we're waiting for those to be made, let me give you a tour. Of course, it looks like JoAnna Gaines has put her touch all over this place. Everything is designed beautifully. I love this coffee shop. Look at the tile work, look at the woodwork, look at the paneling on the walls, the artwork she picked in here, the gorgeous vintage style lighting. The library style tables in the center, I absolutely love. And the leather, the color of the leather, first of all, is amazing. And the leather touches that she put on the seating, it's just also really well done, from those large windows with the black metal grids as the accents, the black ceiling that sort of just fades away and lets you admire everything else that's going on in this room. I love this place, but I will tell you, in the afternoon, it can be really full in here and gets a little loud because the floor is concrete, so the sound kind of bounces around in there. But, it is still really worth a visit to this coffee shop. Even outside of the bathroom and inside of the bathroom, I don't have video of that, but inside of the bathroom is beautifully designed. In fact, all of the bathrooms that I've been to inside of the Magnolia Silo shopping complex are so beautifully detailed with gorgeous tile work. Everything here is always very clean. So, if you've never been here, if you've always wanted to come here for a girls' weekend or a weekend with your husband, family, my boys are always with me when we're here. So even kids can have fun here. There is a baseball field here. There are yard games out there. There's food trucks. So it's worth a visit if you just want to do it once and see what it's like. It's a huge area. I have a video review of the hotel I stayed at if you want to check that out. That is a great hotel. I would recommend. In fact, you can see it right through these windows here. It's behind those white buildings. There are lots of other great restaurants locally, so a great barbecue place. I went to a Greek place last night that was nice. There's a food hall nearby that has a bunch of different little restaurants inside of it, so everybody can get something different. You can try from a bunch of different places. This is a university town for Baylor University. So there's lots of cool restaurants and shops in this area, and I actually really like the Cameron Park Zoo in this town too. It's like a mile or 2 away from this area, so you can add that on if your family likes zoos. You could easily spend a day or 2 in Waco and then head up to Dallas if you're wanting to plan a trip here from further away. But now that I've shown you the Magnolia Press Coffee Shop inside and outside, let's talk about the coffee and the actual food that they have to offer. Since my husband is here to help me test these out, I decided to try out 4 different lattes this trip. The 1905 is the house latte. It's infused with toasted marshmallow, vanilla, and caramel flavorings. Magnolia Press also has seasonal drinks and treats. Today, the seasonal drinks are the gingerbread latte and the snickerdoodle lattes. So I decided to try both of those. And then I also went for a hazelnut latte because that's generally one of my favorite drinks. They also have a cinnamon roll on the menu that they change seasonally. Right now, it is an apple pie cinnamon roll, so I wanted to give that a try. And my husband decided to try the almond croissant. The almond croissant was fantastic. The apple pie cinnamon roll was interesting. I think it's more of a grown-up cinnamon roll. It wasn't too sweet. So my boys thought that it wasn't sweet enough for them, but I thought it was amazing. It has more of a grown-up flavor, not too much of the icing, a perfect amount of the apple and the cinnamon. So I loved this cinnamon roll, and it's served warm, so I could eat that all day. As for the lattes, I'd give all of them an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. I thought the 1905 was just a little bit too sweet for me, but my husband loved it. And I really, really loved the gingerbread latte and the hazelnut latte. The snickerdoodle latte was really nice too. The flavoring on it is a little bit more subtle than I would have expected, but it was still really nice. You could taste the coffee. It didn't have any bitter taste to it. It was very well made. Overall, we really loved everything that we had at the Magnolia Press Coffee Shop. I would recommend it to anyone coming to this area. If you've ever been to the Magnolia Press Coffee Shop, I want to hear about it in the comments below. Let me know what you tried, whether or not you liked it. Let's talk about it. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments too. I do try to answer them whenever I get a chance. All right. Thanks, guys.